Hey, what's to YouTube fam? It's your girl TK, and I have decided that I wanted to get online and talk to you guys about why I have not been making a lot of videos as of recent. Now, numero uno, if you have been watching any of my most recent videos, y'all know what's tea. I've been telling you guys, you know what? I've decided to take my case back to the U.S. Supreme Court. And as a matter of fact, that is exactly what I have done as of recent. So I've been really busy trying to make sure that all my documents are updated or uploaded correctly on the U.S. Supreme Court website. And if you are interested, the website is supremecourt.gov. So if you ever want to look up any of my cases, cases that have been denied, cases that are waiting to hear what the judge has to say, you definitely can go to supremecourt.gov. Anyhow, today I want you guys to understand the reasons on why I have decided to take my case back to court. Numero uno, I want you guys to know that when I initially started my YouTube channel, I got online and I told you guys that I went through something that I feel was egregious. It was abuse. You know, I was going through so much of prohibited personnel practices that I did not understand. Why was this happening to me? Especially when I was doing exactly what I was supposed to do. Especially when my performance evaluation said that I was fully successful. I was a great employee, an asset to have around, but I was being terminated. I was now in the U.S. court systems, and nothing that I would say and or do would make the situation better. As a matter of fact, the legal system allowed me to be terminated. The legal system allowed me to be terminated knowing that there was a separation in power. Now, before I get into talking about the separation in power, I want you guys to understand at one point, I really wasn't paying attention to what the separation of power meant, what a breach in the U.S. Constitution was, because at that time, I was more along the lines looking at prohibited personnel practices. And I just wanted to know how my rights were being violated and why no one was treating or remedying that situation. Now, there's two cases that I want you guys to understand that I was taken to the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, the first case that was docketed was case number 19-1332. Now, in this specific case here, I was basically looking at prohibited personnel practices. And for the people that don't know what a prohibited personnel practice is, that's basically when you are seeing that a law, rule, regulation was being violated. And even though you are presenting it to your management staff, you know, human resources, nothing is being done. Your rights are still being, you know, violated. And it's egregious abuse that you are going through. It's definitely giving unfortunate. Now, in that case, I was definitely outlining what prohibited personnel practices were. Now, one of the things I really wasn't paying attention to in this case was what it says in the U.S. Constitution, what my rights were, and how I was going to be afforded certain rights as a U.S. citizen. Now, when I got into case number 22-7470, again, that is 22-7470, I came along the line of learning more about what it meant to be a part of a U.S. Constitution, what rights were afforded to the U.S. citizens, and what it meant to be, what it meant to have a breach in the U.S. Constitution. Now, one of the things that I want you guys to understand is that I was alleging that the U.S. Constitution was breached, and they created a separation in power, a sovereign state. They created a head of state, and I could not believe it because that wasn't something that I was asking for, not something that was needed. Actually, the only thing that I've ever asked for was back pay and a little pain and suffering because I went through hell, you know, and my cases were denied. So as of recent, I want you guys to understand, once I realized that not only were prohibited personnel practices were being violated, they created a breach in the U.S. Constitution, which created the sovereign state. There was things that I was actually asking for this time around. Now, I want you guys to understand the relief that I'm requesting. So I'm going to share that with you guys. According to Article 1, Section 10 of the United States Constitution, it states that no state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation or make any law impairing the obligation of contracts. And I go on to state that the United States Constitution is breached and there is a separation in power, which caused a monarchy, sovereign of state, Tanya Knowles. And for those reasons, I am requesting title monarchy, sovereign of state for the United States due to the breach in the United States Constitution. I'm also requesting that I receive the title monarchy for the United Kingdom due to the breach of the U.S. Constitution. Now, I want you guys to understand something with what I'm also requesting for the United Kingdom. Now, one of the things that I'm requesting is the title, rights, roles, and responsibilities of sovereign of the state of the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is a constitutional monarchy. The United Kingdom is attached to the United States Bill of Rights. I'm also asking for back pay. And it says here the back pay is from the time of termination from the Department of Veteran Affairs to present date. Now, one of the things that I want you guys to understand here is that when the U.S. Supreme Court fired me, or the U.S. Supreme Court did not do anything with this case, they initially knew that there was a separation in power. They knew they created a sovereign of states. One of the things that I feel like is a thriller to me in this whole case is that they allowed me to be fired. They allowed these situations to occur to me. And they never stepped in. As a matter of fact, they allowed for me to go through like pain, real pain, suffering, where I can hardly pay my bills. I'm actually now requesting that my case is not only handled pro se, because I've always handled my case by itself, but I want you guys to understand the wording that I'm using to have my case reviewed. And that is a motion to proceed in form of pauperous. So basically, as the sovereign of state, I am basically saying that I'm a poor person that they refuse to acknowledge. You know, they created this situation and refused to acknowledge, and they refused to pay me for the pain and suffering that I endured. And to me, that's a thriller in its entirety. A thriller in its entirety. Y'all are going to have to let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. But I wanted to share with you guys what I've been up to and how I plan on being back on the YouTube community, you know? So one day at a time. Also, I was cleaning up my house. I let something spoil in my refrigerator and it smelled so fudging bad, y'all. As a matter of fact, I had to buy some like little things to put in my refrigerator to get rid of that smell, because it is still in my house and it just, ugh, Felicia, it stinks so bad. But I mean, even bleach and everything else did not do away with that smell. And I have a sensitive nose, so yeah, we need to get rid of that smell immediately, effective immediately. Anyhow, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about what I've been up to and what we will be going through within the next couple of months. The next time that my case should be reviewed is on June 5th, 2023, when the judge will let me know if I will be allowed to proceed in form of pauperous. Anyhow, guys, peace, love, and happiness. I hope you guys are out there being safe, staying blessed, and following laws, rules, and regulations, because you don't know when, where, and or how it might impact your life. Bye, guys.